understand. You're the one. This is everything I've waited in my life. Nothing in this world can stop the sun from shining. Hello and welcome everybody to the lovely Leo October Horoscope. Okay, so there's a lot happening this month. We have 4 planets, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn and Pluto. Yes, Pluto is a planet in astrology. We have them turning direct. So this month, a lot of people are going to start to feel like they're moving forward in life. There's this sort of great expansiveness, this sort of surge forward. Maybe it feels in some regard like we've been limited, or we've been sort of treading water for a while and not getting very far, but that's going to change when all of these planets turn direct. And for you, lovely Leo, there is the additional positive thing, which is a thing called a minor grand trine. I'll talk about in a moment. But basically affecting the money that you share with other people, shared resources, your health, your work, and also your home and family. And so Venus is in there, and there's a few other things that I'll talk about, a few other planets, but things should start to go smoother in these areas for you. Okay, just briefly, I'll talk about what I'll do. I like to draw 2 tarot cards as theme cards for the month for you. We'll have a look at your horoscope in depth, and then I'll do a psychic channeling at the end, so do stick around for that and watch that. Okay, let's go to the board now and pick these cards. Alrighty, so this is your horoscope. We'll come to in a moment. However, the theme cards for the month for Leo. Let's look at this. Oh, this one comes up straight away. The Chariot. This is about moving forward, a surge to get ahead. What I just said before, basically. You'll see the 2 Egyptian cats here. The goddess Bast, cats were her familiars. And this is all about your instinct and intuition. You'll see she's riding a bull here. So take the bull by the horns and take control of your life and move forward. There's a way forward. You've got to find it. Yes, it might be a bit convoluted, and you might find you're changing your mind about the direction that you thought you were going to go in, but something's happening so that change is apparent. If you want to move forward, you have to change and tweak a little bit, but that's okay. Forward is forward, and that's good. She's got a staff here in her hand that's about royalty, sovereignty, and self-sovereignty. You know the word sovereign, it relates to royal, but there is a lot of use of the word sovereignty at the moment, but people don't really understand what it is. Self-sovereignty is when you are directed by your soul. The issue comes up that people don't know what is their ego and what is their soul. They can't tell the difference. Sometimes your soul might want you to do things and your ego says no. Your computer says no. That's basically because you've been programmed a certain way, so you don't want to do it, but your soul is encouraging you forward. It's the small little voice. It's not the angry, loud voice in your head. It's the small voice that you have to listen very quietly. And it's like, just don't make a judgment about what you get, because sometimes our ego tends to judge, you know, this, oh, it's good, or this, oh, no, that's bad, you know, and our ego sort of polarizes things and puts it into 2 camps, this camp or that camp. The soul doesn't get involved in any of that. So listen to your soul so that you can move forward this month, lovely Leo. Okay, the second half of the month, if you want to think in terms of time, let's see what comes up. I'll close my eyes now. What do I see for October? I am back in ancient Egypt, something about eternal life. Okay, so do know that you are an eternal being who lives forever. And yes, while this life is important, it is just one of many. So get things into perspective in terms of your spiritual journey, which is a very long road across many thousands of lifetimes. Okay, and you may be male, you may be female,
You may be on one side, then you may be on the other side, you know. So all of the experience out there in the world, that's what our soul eventually wants us to have. The card that comes up is the Page of Pentacles. This is probably news about your finances or your possessions. It's like there's a lot you don't know about how things go together in order for you perhaps to be wealthy. But you do have some information, because see here, she's got white around her throat. Then she has this black, which is the hidden, the unknowable. And then we have red, action. Okay, so you take action on what you do know. If you sit around and wait for what you don't know to become apparent, you may be waiting a long time. But this suggests that you're going to be given some info this week about your finances or possessions. I'm optimistic, so I always think it's good news. Okay, so bear those two cards in mind, the Chariot moving forward and Page of Pentacles, information about your finances. All right, we're going to go to your horoscope now. Let's make this bigger so that you can see. All right, so I did mention the minor grand trine before. See these black dashed lines? I know it's really a dog's breakfast in here with so many lines. There's so much going on. Neptune in Pisces in your 8th house of shared resources and intimacy. Beautiful spiritual influence here. Perhaps you decide that intimacy is your thing and you want a bit more of it coming in October. Then we have Pluto in Capricorn in your 6th house of everyday life, your work, your routine, your health and well-being. Pluto is the planet of life, death, rebirth. You may feel, particularly if you've been ill or just generally flat or feeling unmotivated, you may feel there's an opportunity for rebirth in some way. So more energy coming to you on a very structured or physical level. So it's probably like real changes in your jobs, new procedures, or maybe your body changes in some way, okay? Then we have Venus here in Scorpio in your home and family. All of these things are working together for the good of you. And Venus brings a lovely, smooth, harmonious vibe at home. Scorpio can be quite intense, but that just intensifies the lovely vibe at home. You might also do some redecorating, particularly Venus loves beautiful things. Perhaps you want to improve your surroundings at home, gardening or inside, interior decorating or whatever. So you're likely to get some blessings this month at home, especially with Mars and the Sun here. Mars brings a lot of energy. You could be doing work around your home. Yeah, so let's have a look at the horoscope now. And the other point is Mercury is going retrograde, until the 18th, and then it turns direct. So communications here, Mercury is in your house of communications, and so do be careful up to the 18th, plus a few days either side of the 18th when it's in shadow period. So a few days after the 18th, I should say, when it's in shadow period coming off, okay? Maybe there's delays with study or research or something like that, or even delays perhaps in your local area, getting out and about. Maybe you're in lockdown. If you're in Australia, in the southern states, you may be in lockdown. And but you'll find that the tension or the restriction comes off soon. That'll be improving your life too. So 6th of October to the 5th of November, Venus moves into your 5th house here. This is beautiful for socializing, romance, creativity, going out and having fun. And you might be feeling very inspired creatively and romantically. And you will enjoy thoroughly any artistic, musical or cultural events, especially in the company of those people that you love. 6th of October sees a new moon in your 4th house. Oh, I didn't. That's weird. That's the 3rd house. Okay. So, new moon in your 3rd house. I've put it in your 3rd house for some reason. Okay, so that brings new communications, new study. It brings events around your local area, going out, lots of activity and things like that. Okay, new beginnings are coming to you. 12th of October to 15th of October, Mars oppositions your MC. Okay, this is a time when you need to have a few down days. When I mean down, I mean you just sit down. Don't do too much. It's not a good time to try and get out in the world and achieve stuff. This is more about R&R. So rest and relaxation. Time to let go of any stress that is building up. That's really important. And you know, don't push yourself too hard physically in these few days. 14th of October to the 22nd of October, Mercury opposition Chiron. This may feel like an old scar or wound that comes back, especially when Mercury is retrograde up to the 18th, when you're reminded of something from the past that was a bit hurtful or, you know, sort of pulled you down in some way. There might be some sort of energy coming back, and it's just a little spiritual tendril that you have to deal with and to cut off to be finished with it for good. It's not a good time to try and get your point across just now. Again, a time when it's best to be sort of quieter and have some introspection going on. Okay, Mercury conjuncts Mars from the 14th to the 22nd. You're likely to come to a very clear and definite decision about something. Do be careful if you tell other people about this, because it might develop into an argument. There's that sort of potential with Mercury and Mars there. So if what you say in haste may be a cause of regret later on. 20th of October, full moon moves into your 10th house of career and general life direction. Okay, so this is some sort of transformation that's going on, and it's also your reputation and public image that is changing. Whatever you do tends to become more open or more public and available for the world to see. People see more of the private or personal side of you, whether you want them to or not. So do be careful you don't overshare on social media, because that's a possibility. Then 21st of October to the 21st of November, Sun moves into your 4th house here, home and family, insight, awareness, comfort, warmth, security. Domestic matters are the focus of your concern in this time, and it's a great time to build trust in your family life and a strong foundation within yourself. So if you can do that, regardless of what you find in the outside world, you always have a solid core that you can return to in yourself. It's a great time to meditate and do some self-reflection. Your home is very important to you, and it's a great time to give it extra attention now. 28th of October to the 31st, Mars squares your ascendant. You're likely to be full of energy at this point, but do watch for irritations and conflicts with other people. So the issue is you have all this energy, but they don't. So they're looking for ways, shortcuts to save their energy. You're looking for ways to do stuff, and sometimes that can, result in an argument. It's good if you can compromise on the small matters. Don't compromise yourself on important things, but if you have something you don't care about particularly, let them have a win. It's worth it for peace. But yeah, turn that Mars energy into something useful, and with all this going on around the house, maybe you can get out in the garden and do something, if you have a garden. Okay. Or maybe you do some interior decorating, paint some walls or something like that to take the edge off the energy. 28th of October to the 13th of December, Mars in your 4th house. Okay, I've basically just said that. Do-it-yourself home improvements. There's a lot of activity around your home. Actually, I'm psychically picking up, you might also be thinking about relocating. So you're getting your house ready to sell or ready to move, packing up or something like that. Or you've moved into a new place and you're unpacking. Come around here. I've still got boxes of stuff. I haven't unpacked yet. Okay, so do watch for friction with parents and family members as well. Maybe there's some, old rivalries in the family that come up and can cause stress. So just watch for that. But you do have a lot of blessings at home and with your family, generally speaking, in October. Okay, so now I'm just going to close my eyes and see what I can see for you, lovely Leo, in the month of October 2021. Yes, there's a ladder here in front of me. You can make a lot of progress spiritually this month, ascending in consciousness by taking action. Something about sorting out minor details. It's like I'm looking at all of these boxes here in front of me, and they're like little drawers, and I open them, they've got all sorts of little things, and some of the things are not in the spot they're supposed to be. So if you are at home and you have stuff all over the place and not sorted, it's time to do it in October. Classify stuff and put it in the right section, the right area of your house or where you live. Okay, they're showing me a big clock. A clock means two things. Not only does it mean time and your everyday sort of time, it also means the zodiac wheel, and things are turning. So just know that everything is as it should be and things are turning. You are not stuck. You are moving. There's a lot of moving. There's also something here about weighing things up. Sometimes decisions are hard, especially if you're a Libran, for example, because you've got too much information, to make a quick decision. So you put it aside, and then you've got all these things that are put aside that you haven't made decisions on. So I think you'll get a bit of help with that in October. Okay, ask the angels for help in deciding things. Okay, a lot of pinks and blues and purples around that when I say that, and so the angels are there watching out for you. Okay, lovely Leo, what else do I see? Something about something crashing down to earth here. Yes, it's an idea that you had that you thought was going to work out. It doesn't work out, I'm sorry to say, but I just see something falling out of the sky here in front of me, but I can't tell you what it is. I'm sorry, I don't know. But definite movement. I see you moving away from a situation that was maybe not the best for you, not very healthy, and so it's like you want to get on with your life. There's this sort of feeling of, again, surging forward, moving and moving away from the past and embracing the future. Okay, so, and one last thing here, there's a line here in front of me, which of course is your sign. That's all about strength. Okay, so connecting more to your strength and your own solar plexus energy for success and goal-oriented behavior. So you have a goal and you're going for your goal and you're getting it done. Okay, so that's it. I hope this is useful for you. Leave a like, share on your socials. That would be fabulous. If you're new, please consider subscribing and hit that notification bell. Have a wonderful month, everybody, and I shall see you again soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.